Hey guys, it's Charlie. It's the 24th of June. It is Thursday. And I wanted to touch on a couple stories that I never got a chance to during the radio program. And one of them is this extenders bill that failed for the third time in the Senate today. Now, in my opinion, it failing is a good thing, but I think it happened for all the wrong reasons. It's absolutely horrible that all these people who are on the bubble because they're on unemployment benefits, extended unemployment benefits, and then emergency unemployment benefits. These people are day to day waiting to see what the Senate's going to do to see if they're going to have continued benefits. But the fact of the matter is, I've said on videos before, the idea that we can keep this going on forever and ever and ever is a myth. And I just want to reiterate that it is coming to pass now that we see that this will not go on forever. Eventually, one day, we're going, and soon, I think, we're going to be asked to undertake austerity in this country. And these people who are on emergency unemployment benefits, people on food stamps, people on welfare, do a large part, no fault of their own, are going to be, it's going to be taken from them, and there's going to be absolute pandemonium in this country. And I'm saying this knowing, realizing full well, that I myself could end up on unemployment benefits. So it's not slamming anybody who's on unemployment or anybody who's on assistance. But the fact is, these gimmicks, these long-term unemployment benefits are, in my opinion, nothing more than political tools to keep the people in Washington looking good for their constituency. But now we see what is the end result. We're $13 trillion in debt, and that's using the national debt clock. The true estimates are, over $100 trillion if we look at unfunded liabilities. We just can't keep doing this. And it is a crime. I mean, if we were going to do this, let's claw back some of this Wall Street money that we find out today, $700 billion went out in TARP, and we find that small business lending didn't increase one iota. I mean, Elizabeth Warren came out with that report today. So the idea that this bill didn't pass and it's because we suddenly have a bunch of people concerned about the deficit in this country is absolutely 100% bogus. I'm going to give you my opinion on why this didn't pass, and you can take it for what it's worth. But, as far as the Republicans are concerned, they had absolutely no problem running massive deficits to fund Empire America around the world, funding a war in Iraq, funding a war in Afghanistan, funding bases in hundreds of countries around the world. We have no problem running a deficit with the Republicans then, and now we have the Republicans trying to paint a negative picture of the Democrats who want to spend this money. Now we have the Democrats, when it's for bigger government, they're all for deficit spending. But when it's for a Republican cause, they play the same game the Republicans are playing right now. I've said it many, many times in my videos. There is zero difference between these two. It's a one-bodied, two-headed monster that has the desire to expand and grow government. So it envelops everything in this country, and they're doing it. And another story I'm going to attach to this, which is going to, absolutely infuriate you, is that the Supreme Court today has made rulings that overturn some, or could potentially overturn convictions of people like Skilling and Black, who were involved in the Enron scandal. Basically, they're making it more difficult to go after corrupt politicians and go after corrupt corporate leaders for their fraudulent behavior. So, it seems like everywhere we turn, we have the government placating, taking away, and then another part of the government will collude with them to make it harder to prosecute the criminals that got us into this mess in the first place, or were corrupted if they were a political leader. So, the game seems to be ramping up faster and faster, heading to a critical moment that, I don't know how it hasn't happened yet, but I can say this: I don't think we're long from having an absolute meltdown because of all the overspending that we have, all the corruption that we have, and all the checks and balances that are just flying apart, it seems like. So anyway, I'll attach these stories with this video. Thank you to everybody who came out and listened to the show tonight. I greatly appreciate your report. I also wanted to mention who I had on for a guest tonight. I had Dex, his website, or I mean his YouTube channel is PulseScan72. I'll put a link down below. He gives, he's basically an ex-Wall Street insider, does fantastic analysis. So please check him out and subscribe to his channel. It's well worth it. Just the information he'll give you on what the markets are doing and why things are happening alone is worth subscribing and watching his videos. So anyway, I'll put the links for his channel and these stories in the more info area. But for now, that's all I got.